You wanted to see a more affordable summer fragrance list, so here we are, top 10 best designer fragrances to wear during the summertime. If you're curious about the niche version, you can click on this video here, but today we have some more affordable options. Starting off with Divine Moon from Tori Birch. This is going to be for you if you love, but absolutely love, fresh and uplifting white florals. It is all about the white florals in this perfume. There is Lady of the Night, which after doing some research, I believe is Night Blooming Jasmine, and I certainly get a jasmine white floral dominant note in this fragrance, and it really celebrates the fresh transparency of a white floral. There's also the addition of rhubarb, which is gonna add a green crispness, some naturality to the perfume. It is really beautiful. There's also some citruses, so it's an uplifting, fresh, bright white floral, a little bit creamy. And for some reason, I envision ladies in the Hamptons wearing this, with the likes of Erin Lauder, for instance. Even though she has her own brand, I feel like I could envision her wearing this. It symbolizes femininity, elegance, and refinement. Great for daytime use, and the projection is moderate as well as its lasting power. This next fragrance may seem a little bit controversial because it's from the men's section. It is Kenzo Homme Eau de Toilette Marine. Now, I discovered this perfume whilst I was on the judging panel for the Fragrance Foundation France, and essentially it was a day where we were smelling lots of different fragrances from the women's category, the men's category, and new launches of 2023. Evaluating them, and then eventually there'll be a prize. And I discovered this during this day and I bought it immediately right after. So this is a fresh aquatic scent. You have a very strong marine salty notes, which I will say is very strong in the first 2 hours. So if you don't like a pungent marine scent, just be a little bit patient with it because the dry down is where the magic happens. But let me read to you the description from the brand because it really encapsulates the way that this fragrance smells like. It smells like the sensuality of skin emerging from the ocean, fresh, full of salts. I'm not sure about the sensuality, but definitely something that is really cooling, refreshing, and salty, but I would add to that mixed with sunscreen. So picture you're taking a dip in the ocean and you're coming out of it, you have that mixture of seawater, salty, and sunscreen. That is what I get from this perfume. There's also ylang ylang, so it has an exotic floral touch, which I love. This is so good. The projection is moderate and the longevity is quite good for this type of perfume. I get around 4 to 5 hours wear, which is really good. So ladies, if you are looking to venture into something a little bit different, then I recommend you check this one out. Next is Bronze Goddess Eau Fresh from Estee Lauder. Even though this isn't a designer, it has a similar pricing to designer fragrances. So for me, I find that this is one of the best floral coconut beach-like scents within the designer realm. I love it because it is fresher than the traditional beach coconut-like type of scents. There's the addition of tiare, there's bergamot, some vanilla, amber, and of course coconut in the heart. It smells like skin warmed by the sun mixed with a coconut oil suntan lotion. So whilst the Kenzo one was cool, salty skin mixed with sunscreen, this is really warm skin, warmed by the sun, maybe a little bit of salt in your hair with that delicious coconut suntan lotion. It basically smells like an afternoon by the beach. I find that this is a versatile perfume. You can wear it during the day, but also transition into the evening, and it has a really, really lovely sillage. Now, similar to Bronze Goddess Eau Fresh, we have Alien Goddess Intense. The two fragrances, I would say, are in a similar category, so the floral ambers with that addictive coconut notes, but Alien Goddess Intense is more appropriate for the evening and for date night. So Alien Goddess Intense, I would recommend if you enjoy creamy fragrances with a lot of vanilla. So it's a creamy vanilla coconut type of scent with the addition of a white floral. With Bronze Goddess, it's more of an exotic floral, whereas with Alien Goddess Intense, it's really a white floral. Now, Alien Goddess Intense has also a warmer, balmier, ambery base compared to Bronze Goddess Eau Fresh, which makes it a great fragrance for date night. The longevity and projection is great on this fragrance, so if you want a sexy summer fragrance, I'd recommend you try this one. Now, if you're looking for a great office-appropriate fragrance or even a dumb reach to wear on an everyday basis in the summer, I'd recommend Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. You really cannot go wrong with this perfume. It is pretty, it is feminine, and it's very refreshing. To me, this smells like a watercolor of roses and fresh florals. It is so pretty. This is a princess type of scent. There's also some citruses. It is the most uplifting and refreshing one from the Miss Dior line. This is my favorite from the Miss Dior line, along with Miss Dior Rose Essence, but Blooming Bouquet stays longer on the skin, whereas the Essence is more of a light spritz. So I think this is a great versatile freshie to have in your collection, and I'd recommend it if you're looking for an everyday perfume. Now, if you love gourmand fragrances, but in the summer you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to wear them because it's too sticky sweet, I got you. I have found the ultimate fresh summer gourmand. It is Un Jardin à Terre from Hermes. And I discovered this perfume also whilst I was on the judging panel for the Fragrance Foundation France. It was listed for one of the categories. And it's a spectacular fragrance. Such an unexpected perfume. I can guarantee you, you haven't smelled anything like this before. So this fragrance opens up with a fresh, citrusy, lemon sponge cake-like type of scent, similar to Bake from Acro, but much fresher. So a lemony sponge cake. There is a gourmand dimension, but it's not overly sweet. And then comes in a creamy pistachio note that is laced with wheat. So there's this addition of a wheat-like scent and pistachio, which is so delicious. So you can think of it as a lemon drizzle sponge cake with pistachio and a wheat-like smell, minus all of the sweetness. So it's not gonna be overly sticky sweet. It is so good. The projection is soft whilst the wear is moderate. I think this is a great alternative if you're looking for a gourmand perfume, but not something that is too overly sticky sweet. So if you enjoy Dior Riviera from Dior, but the price tag you don't enjoy as much, I'd recommend you check out Fleur de Figuier from Roger Gallet. These two perfumes are very similar. Roger Gallet isn't a dupe, but it is something in a similar territory to Dior Riviera, but for a fraction of the price. I think this is £20 and the millage is 30 ml, so a pocket-friendly perfume, and it smells incredible. This is a juicy, fresh fig perfume. You have fig, there's fig leaf, there's citruses, so it's a little tangy, a little bit green, and very bright and uplifting. This is a happy perfume. It just makes me happy. It literally makes me smile when I smell it. So if you're having a bad day, I'd recommend you spray this perfume on. It will just uplift your mood, make you happy. It's the equivalent of waking up early in the morning, you have a blue sky and sun shining, especially when you live in the UK. That doesn't happen very often. So happiness in a bottle, a great fig perfume, and a pocket-friendly scent. If you love tea, you need to get your nose on Thé Oolong from Armani. A little pricier versus the other fragrances because it's part of the private collection from Armani, but well worth it, in my opinion. This is a blend of green tea and black tea. There's also some musk. So overall, this perfume is very uplifting. It's a little bit smoky, clean smelling, and very peaceful. This smells like an afternoon spent at a luxurious spa. There's something really calming, meditative about this fragrance. I particularly enjoy wearing it when I've come out of the shower or out of a bath, just before going to bed, or even first thing in the morning. It kind of puts me in the right mood, in a peaceful mood. So if you enjoy green tea fragrances, I definitely recommend you check it out. Sadly, the projection and longevity isn't great. It is a tea fragrance after all, so we need to manage expectations. But as far as the fragrance itself, the scent, I think it's spectacular. Next is Chloé Nomade Nuit d'Egypte. This is the latest addition to the Chloé Nomade line. If you liked the Chloé Nomade Eau de Parfum Naturel, you're going to love this new release. So Chloé Nomade Eau de Parfum Naturel focused on a jasmine with a sweet twist, specifically with dates. Here, it's all about orange blossom with a sweetness. Now, it is inspired by Kifi, which is the first fragrance ever discovered, created, dating back to ancient Egyptians. And Kifi smells essentially like an incense. I don't get much of a incense resinous feeling from this perfume. There are quite a few resins in this. I mainly get a fresh, bright, sun-drenched orange blossom scent with a delicious, warm, slightly ambery base. It is so good. It's solar, it's bright, it's really addictive. Sadly, the longevity and projection isn't great, but if you can get over that and you're okay reapplying the fragrance throughout the day, then I highly recommend you check it out. It's feminine, easy to wear, and great for daytime use. Now, my favorite fragrance from this entire list that I have been obsessed with for the last couple of weeks is Imagination from Louis Vuitton. This perfume, it is the perfect summer fragrance. You can also share it with your man. It's unisex, although I haven't shared it with my husband because it's just too good and I just want to spray it on me over and over again. I want to bathe in this fragrance. It is a fresh aquatic citrus, so very watery and clean smelling with lemon, and then it dries down into neroli and tea. This is the equivalent of a white shirt, but in fragrances. So what I mean by this, it's sophisticated but understated at the same time. It's not trying too hard, but it has a huge impact. The longevity on my skin is good and the projection is also really good. I get whiffs of it throughout the day, which makes me so happy. And so yeah, I think this is a versatile freshie for the summer. You can wear it to the office, you can wear it on an everyday basis on a hot summer day. You can even transition into the evening. I'm thinking specifically for the gentleman, I think this would work very well on a summer date night, I'm just saying. But ladies, I highly recommend you check it out. It is so good, especially if you're into aquatic, citrus, really watery fragrances. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below, what are your favorite summer fragrances? I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!